and welcome back to Internet Racing School, or how I like to call it, my channel, IRS Wolf. And this week I am visiting Clay Pigeon Kart Raceway. So this week is all about Clay Pigeon, and today here at Clay Pigeon happening EPS Championship, which is Endurance Pro Kart Series Championship. So today is going to be lots of drivers who know this circuit, lots of drivers who are very professional here. So today we can find out a lot of information about Clay Pigeon circuit. So guys, today I'll try talk to the drivers about racing line around Clay Pigeon circuit. Also, I'll try to find someone who can go with me around the track and tell me and show me racing line around this track. And also I'll try to get onboard footage for this circuit. So today it's all about Clay Pigeon. Let's go, let's do that.
Morning everybody, could we please have everybody signing on, please? Everybody signing on. Circuit will be open in 15 minutes.
You have tried to win so many times, and I have held on to see another side, and still we remain the same. Nothing is changing. I am so tired of love that I am wasting. You have shattered the walls and I am finished. I feel nothing at all. This love is ending. We can settle the score, but getting colder. We can't go on. This love is game over. You have shattered the walls and I am finished. I feel nothing at all. This love is ending. We can settle the score, but getting colder. We can't go on. This love is game over.
Right guys, so right now the drivers went out for the practice session, and as I said, I am at the Clay Pigeon EPS Championship Endurance Pro Kart Series, and while the drivers on the practice session, I'm gonna go to the race control and I'm gonna talk to the coordinators and I'm gonna find out a little bit information about this championship. And after interviewing race control, after interviewing organizers, I already found the driver who will take my camera on board with him, and he gonna take us around the circuit few laps, and he gonna talk about racing line, about this circuit with onboard camera. So it's going to be even more interesting.
Yep, hi, I'm Nigel. I'm the timekeeper for the series, as well as just sort of keep a general eye on the circuit as well, because obviously the other officials have to move around quite a bit to obviously sort out other issues potentially in the paddock. The series has now been going for 5 years.
5 years?
So we've been going for quite a while. Regularly have anywhere between 18 to 20 drivers in a general ballpark. Sometimes it goes up, obviously sometimes it does drop down. The way we run it is we have a 6-round winter series which runs over the winter months. During the summer we have, like today, we've got our 3 hour. So we've had 3 hours of practice this morning. There's half an hour qualifying, and then we will have a 3 hour race this afternoon. Each team has to make a minimum of 2 stops, 1 fuel stop during that race. So a bit of strategy does come in. The drivers can get out and do a run around rather than having to do a full driver change. As long as they've got out the cart, done 180 degrees around the cart and then back in again, that class is a pit stop as well.
But the best strategy for these 3 hour races is free drivers, because you do 2 pit stops. The best strategy.
Yeah, but the other way of doing it is teams of 2 come in, hour and a half, fuel stop, driver change, back out again. Then the second driver might do a run around, or the first driver might have already done around. Generally they'll leave it to the second stint just in case they have a mechanical problem. because obviously they'll be able to use that as a pit stop as well, because it's penalised them rather than giving them an advantage during the race.
Or you also can have a quickest driver to start the race and quickest driver to finish the race.
Yeah, precisely. So generally the drivers and the teams, they try and generally pair it up so the drivers are about the same weight, just so they carry the same amount of weight. There's a minimum weight of 180 kilos for our series.
But I found the event is very friendly because everyone sharing information, everyone helping each other to fix the cars, and
that's how we've tried to promote it as a series as well. It's been, and it's, yes, you're out there racing against each other, but at the end of the day, we're all here to have fun, enjoy yourself. So they all have a good laugh in the pits. They'll share a beer if they've been here on a Saturday, all share a beer on a Saturday night before the race on a Sunday or after the race. So that's how it should be. It's what motorsport's supposed to be about. It's supposed to be out there enjoying the hobby that we all enjoy. Yeah, there's the serious side on the track, but everyone goes home happy. Everyone comes back to the next series round. So
today is a 3-hour race. Last time when I've been here, it was a 5-hour race.
Yep.
Why is that different?
Tony and the drivers and the teams all chatted and to see what they want as well. That's the part of it. There's no point us having a series where we want X amount of distance on a race and the drivers don't want it. So we decided to mix it up a bit. Predominantly it always used to be a 3-hour with the odd 5 in there. This year we've decided it has been decided that it's a 3-hour, a 4.5 and a 5-hour.
And how many rounds summertime you have?
We have 1 round a day, and there is, I believe it's 6 rounds in the series. So 8 rounds, and you drop 2 of them.
8 rounds?
Yeah.
So it's each month 1 round?
1 round, so 8 months.
8 months. Perfect, that sounds very good.
Sensible.
Yeah, sensible. Once a month come here and do proper race with a proper driver. Because I've seen the lap times, is amazing. Driver is doing with a Pro Kart 39 middle.
39, pretty much 39.5. I've seen them on a warm. Today's a bit overcast, a bit cooler.
Yeah.
But I've seen it where they have dropped down into the 38s.
No wet tires.
No wet tires, just U-slicks.
Oh, that's even more equal.
Yeah,
that's even more equal.
So they're all very good. They keep themselves out of trouble. They understand that they're all in the same field. They're all out there to achieve the same thing, and by having it on slick tyres, even in the wet, it means they just got to drive to the conditions. It keeps a sensible budget for the teams. They don't have to then spend out on money for wet weather tyres. They can just use that same set they started the race on.
Got it. Nice one. Thank you very much for all the information.
No worries.
Thank you very much, mate. And can you tell me, what is for you the most trickiest part at
this track?
Yeah, this track, Clay Pigeon.
The middle sector.
The middle set. Is that the hairpin?
So down at the bottom there, hairpin. Back up round here.
Horseshoe. Yeah.
So getting the power on round the horseshoe. That gives you all your speed along the straight, and this corner is fairly flat. So it starts from there and ends in the first corner. Yeah.
And what can you say about corner number 1? How you take corner number 1? Double apex or?
No, single apex.
Single apex.
Yeah, just as tight to the curb as possible.
The first part of the apex.
Yeah. So you literally 2 wheels on the inside curb, and you just stay narrow, and then you let it drift out.
Can you tell me one thing? Because I've been driving here on the Pro Karts as well, and the first corner, I've been braking actually going into the apex already.
Yeah. Because the car turns in quite sharply there, you scrub your own speed off. So as you're going in there, you can just give it a tiny bit of brake, and as you turn in, you're scrubbing the speed off. So you don't need to brake all that much. But you want to keep it tight there.
And then you miss the second apex.
Yeah. So then, as you get to the apex, you let the cart just drift out wide for the S's then. So,
and the S is flat out.
Yes.
Flat out. Do you touch the inside wheels, both apexes?
Yes.
And the exit, that sausage curb. When I've been driving, 2 wheels put on that curb at the exit.
You want to avoid that. Yeah.
Avoid that.
Well, avoid going too far over.
How are you taking that hairpin, which you said is the main hairpin?
The one at the bottom?
Yeah, at the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah. As tight as possible, trying to hug the inside curb, even 2 wheels on the grass.
How late you brake there?
As late as I possibly can, really. But I don't want to miss that curb. So I don't brake so late that I miss the inside curve. I need to hit that inside curve, even 2 wheels on the grass.
Horseshoe, do you dab on the brakes or
Yeah.
you off the brake? Dab on the brakes,
Dab
yeah?
on the brakes as you go in, because you want to be smooth coming out, because then that's all of your speed around here. So it's even better to be slower in and fast out.
And listen, the Horseshoe has 2 apexes, yeah?
Yes.
And people say to me that you touch the first apex and you keep as tight as possible to the second one.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, that's a fair opinion.
So that makes better exit for the buttons corner.
And then all your speed from that corner dictates everything around here.
Through the buttons,
So
through the
this-
top
this
corner.
is practically flat out. So
Flat out.
practically, I just lift slightly, just a little lift, and then like front the right hand wheels hit that curb, and then you'll get dragged around that corner. Then and it'll be faster.
Nice one.
Right.
Thank you very much for
You're
information.
welcome.
Thank you very much, mate.
Just going to do a lap to warm up and then we'll go. Right. We're going down a straight little left hand kink, wide and tight, very tight as you can, and keep very tight. This is the S-bend. Ride the curbs. Don't go on that hurts. Down to caravan straight to the hairpin, lock up at the end, keep tight, try and keep as much speed as possible. We go into the Horseshoe, try and keep tight but maintain speed. Oh, it's getting slippery. Then we got the last corner, oh, getting very slippery. And then that's just a 90 degree, got to just let off. Oh, now it's raining, lovely. Right, thank you very much, and I hope that was what you need. Oh, a bit fat, quite fat. 8.7 kilos over, that's not good.
Right, guys, so as you can see right now, the drivers went out for qualifying. So the qualifying is under the way now, and we have 10 minutes to go, and after that we will find out who is on a pole position, who is second, third, and all the way to the end of the grid. So yeah, so now I'm not gonna disturb the drivers. I'm not gonna go around because on the qualifying they're very busy. During the race they're gonna be a little bit more relaxed and more prepared for interview, more happy to give interview, you know. So I'm gonna definitely ask them about racing line. Also we had a gap when the circuit was free between the practice session and the qualifying, so I had the time to go with O'Neill brothers, and these guys, if you remember them, they've been at the D-Max Championship, they also have been at the RHPK Championship, Also they're doing this championship and they have very good knowledge of this circuit. So I went with two brothers around the circuit and they was talking about racing line of this circuit. Very interesting information, very useful. But before that, let's go and let's chat to the drivers. Right guys, now we have everyone preparing for start of the race. Everyone gridding up here in the pit lane, so I'm gonna go through the grid, but I'm not gonna do it as normally from the front. I'll do it from the back, and I don't know all the teams here, but let's see who we have here. Space Riders. Here we go. We have a right house race here.
Yeah.
What is your strategy for this race, for this week?
We thought quite honestly that the drugs may actually bring us through, and
But it didn't help.
we've been to Morocco, brought the right stuff back, and Mup's on it. You know, he's on it. In more ways than one.
So it still didn't kick in. It's gonna kick in the race.
Yeah. We thought again we'd give them that chance.
That's it.
Right.
Got it.
So we don't look as though we're really fast like those up at the front. And then I'm going on next today after Mup.
You 30, yeah?
I'm second.
30, yeah. He's 25, you're 30. That's it.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I'm on next because everyone needs a good laugh. Halfway through
It's all
the
about
race.
laugh.
Yeah, they need a good laugh, so I'm going on to just cheer the paddock up.
So this is what arrived from Morocco. Morocco you've been, yeah?
Yeah. But oh look, I thought I'd still got some on. But and then Brian, he's actually going to go on last. Sweet pea, right? Yeah, he's going to go on last because he's still feeling the effects.
But you will be promoted today.
And I've got a drill.
Oh,
You're gonna go out with a drill.
He's licensed. He's licensed to drill. Now,
Anywhere, yeah?
yeah. Now, do you want to see our secret weapon today?
Yes.
Right. Here is the secret weapon. If that can come in, you see this? Watch it. Yeah.
Okay.
That's just to distract you. We're not going to show you the real secret weapon.
So it's somewhere at the front?
Yeah.
I got it.
This steering wheel, that's the business. We find that the green switches and the little gadgets and things give us enough to play with all day. Well, listen, we're going to have a great race.
Nice one, guys.
We're going to have a great race. Make sure you show this to all our pals at RHBK.
I will. Thanks, guys. Good luck in the race. Thank you.
See you soon.
Right, let's go. We have here. Oh, this is another team from Right House. Okay. Jet wheels. Oops, moving out of the way. Here we go, Titans. B3. Nice one, good luck, guys. And the P1. What is your team name?
AC Racing, we are.
AC Racing. You're the pole position.
Yeah. Lap was done by Danny. Where is it? Can't see him.
You've done a really quick lap.
Huh? He's
You've
running
done-
off, look.
How has that happened?
I don't know, mate. He's
Half
buzzing.
a second quicker than
Absolutely
anyone.
buzzing. Ridiculous.
Well done, guys. Well done. Good luck in the
Okay,
race.
Thank you.
Here you go, guys. That was a nice and short grid walk. And now we're gonna film start of the race. tell me, starting from the corner number one, what is the best line? I mean, let's start with the corner number one. How you take corner number one? How long you brake?
So I'll talk you through it. So from here, it's flat out. There's a little kink, and the idea on this little kink is to keep your wheels as straight as you can.
Straight.
The more you turn, the slower you go. So around this little kink, you need to just edge it a tiny bit, and it's about getting around the corner with as little turning input as you can. Here, I like to brake as hard as I can. I really jam the brake on, really
Jam the
hard.
brake.
The back comes out, and you don't have to turn anymore because the back's come out.
So you're losing the back. You're not keeping straight.
I allow the back to slide. Yeah, so it's dosh, and then all you got to do is just straighten up your wheel.
And back on the power straight away?
Yeah, so it's that movement. So real hard, and then straight on the power. This one's pretty simple. It's flat out through here.
And do you miss second apex or you touch
it? You're a little bit. You're about this much off. Just because
Half a meter.
again, because you want your wheels as straight as you can. So you don't really want to be turning on because the idea here is ignore the second apex here, but the S's you have to get perfect.
Flat out S's.
Flat out through the S's. So
through the S's, it's like small steering wheel movement.
barely
Everything you do with the back.
Yeah, everything you try and do with the back. Yeah, so there may be a little bit of left lock here.
Yes.
But I'm almost aiming for here. I'm almost driving towards it. So
for that sausage curve.
Through the S's, the left. I mean, I'm like that much steering input. You just let it go and then straighten it out as you come here. Up to the hairpin. The hairpin for me is just brake as late as I humanly can. Again, same technique here. If you really jam the brake on, the back steps, and again, like you come into this corner like this, and your wheels are here. And then you let it go, and then you get the turning, and then you turn around, and then just wide on the exit. Over here, almost off the track. And this corner here, I'm just full up left. Just one bosh, and then it's done.
No brakes, nothing.
Tiny dab of the brakes, that's like that. And then you're flat out. So yeah, that's the key point.
So
you've really got to jam the lock on.
In horseshoe, you dab on the brake, put the karting in, hit the first apex.
Yes.
What can you say about the second one?
You must hit the first apex, you must hit the second apex. The second apex drops away, so your front wheel just wants to be on that curb, like almost in it. It's quite a steep drop, but if you can get in it, that's always good. Flat out through buttons, flat out. Here again, really wide. And again, it's like the steering input is like that. It's not smooth. It's not like turning on. It's bam, and it just does that, and then you're flat out, and then you're flat out all the way down.
And any throttle off or?
So throttle. I'm imagining it in my head. Throttle. It's like that again. That movement. It's all very quick and sharp.
Very quick.
Yeah, it's all like Bosch. Yeah.
After that, all the way flat out.
Yeah.
Nice one.
That's it. Nice. So we're in 41, so AEC. We put it on pole. If you watch the braking technique here, I think you'll probably learn something there. It's a weird technique, but the top drivers seem to do it. So I'm just working on that.
Got it, man. Everything what is quick, it's weird.
Yeah, it's it.
Because you never can understand it straight away, you know.
Yeah, that's it, absolutely. Right,
Thanks a lot, mate.
I'm about 8 minutes. Thank you very much.
Was really useful.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Watch your channel as well. It's good.
Oh, thanks a lot, mate.
So this is pretty much the start of the lap. So to be fair, you're flat out around here on your own. To be fair, it depends what kart you have as well. I mean, with the pro karts, sometimes people end up coming out and then taking like a racing line through the corner, and some people tend to stay more on the inside. It's more of a preference coming out of the last corner, really. I mean, I tend to take the left-hand side, but certain times, you know, especially if, you know, right-hand side for people overtaking as well.
So yeah, I mean, looking here, I mean, if you do get a run, especially if you come here, if you're on the inside, you don't want to be on the outside here. You've got a lot of marbles on this side of the track. Even when it's wet, you've got a lot of debris over here, so you want to try and stay this side. But yeah, the curb, I mean, actually, I didn't realise how high the curb was until just standing here. It's quite a vicious curb. I mean, usually when you're driving along, I mean, I sometimes hit it just here. It doesn't feel that bad, but looking at it now, it's a kart killer. It really is.
Coming into turn 1, you want to brake as late as you can, really. It's difficult because braking too early sets people up to overtake you on the inside. Brake too late and then you completely miss the first apex, which is really key to get.
Yeah, I mean, looking back there, I mean, the curb here is quite a good sort of reference point from a braking point of view. I mean, that first red painted curb, you don't really need later than that. If you go later than that, as you said, Jack, it does upset the car when you go into turn 1. Okay, so going into here, again, another good reference point, as Jack just said. If you do go too wide, you do go out and you do lose a lot of time. You want to try and hit this curb as best as you can. You can see a lot of tyre marks on the curb already.
Yeah, you need to be over here. If you're out a bit wider, it could compromise you quite massively, really. You look at the Alfano, sometimes it can be as much as 2 tenths just through one corner. So it's very critical to get this apex here because it sets you up really for the next. It's like a double apex, this corner, really. It sets you up nice and back into the chicane. If you get this wrong, it makes a big impact for the rest of the first sector. So very important corner.
In the dry, you don't want to be too close. It probably will compromise your speed a little bit. But yeah, you don't want to run out too wide here. There's not as much marbles when you get to this side of the track. It just slows you down on the approach to chicane as well.
No, I want to stay clearly off that, bloody hell. No, definitely don't want to be out here at all. Once again, this is what's nice about Clay. It's incredibly smooth. So it's all the curves here are nice. You can go over them, especially the first one. Coming into here, but in the pro kart, it's a nice little approach into there, coming into the chicane, which is probably the most aggressive part of the track.
Yeah, I mean, again, with a chicane here, I mean, these pro karts, you can go flat out, which, as Jack just said, there's no real need to go off the track here. If you get it just right, you get right over the first chicane here, this curb. But again, these pro karts, yeah, right on the curb here, again, flattens over there, second curb as well, nice and flat curb. You can run over it as much as you want, really.
And yeah, once again, you do need to be on this curb to get a good lap time. If you're off it, once again, it's going to cost you time. Although, to be fair, it's more important to hit that second curb, I'd say.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the second curb will set you up for the next corner, which is a nice long straight. So, yeah, Jack's got a point here. You don't have to hit that one there. It just helps the approach for this one as well. But if you do miss it, it's not the end of the world. The other thing about Clay Pigeon, actually, like I said, painted curbs, a few things have changed recently. So, once you've gone off this curb, it used to be a nice long runoff area here. You probably can't see it yet. We'll come up to it in a moment. Like I said, they changed the track recently. Like I said, painted curbs. They've actually created a sausage curb on the exit here, which never used to be here. You can probably get 2 wheels on it, just about here, your right hand wheels. If they go on that, it actually sort of keeps you off the other side, and it's a little bit quicker.
Now with the sausage curb that's come in, it's made it more challenging, which is good. To be fair, you do need a challenge through the chicane in the pro karts because it was flat out, and now it's more, you have to be getting it spot on. And so you sort of come out this corner and it's just down to the hairpin, really, which is our next sort of overtaking opportunity, really. It's a favourite of a lot of people.
Yeah, going into this corner, again, painted curb on the left, which isn't, it looks it's faded quite a lot over time. Again, sort of use that as reference for a braking point. Yeah, nice outside here, and again, you can sort of, once you get to this point, it becomes fairly easy. It's a nice outside into inside. Again, the curve's quite flat. You don't have to hit it. Again, I don't tend to hit it because it upsets the kart a little bit on exit. But otherwise, yeah, once you get to about here, it's fairly straightforward.
Yeah, this curve's quite violent, actually. It doesn't look too bad standing here, to be fair. But it's you don't want to be running over it, upsets the balance of the kart and it pushes it out quite wide.
Exit curb here, I don't tend to run it, to be fair, unless you're trying to get an approach into the next corner to make an overtaking opportunity. Actually, the further out wide you run here, actually compromise your speed a little bit. So unless you are stuck behind someone, you don't need to really run it. It's just there if you need it.
Okay, this is the horseshoe. Probably the most difficult corner on the circuit. So you're sort of coming into here, a dab of the brakes, and you know the curb is vicious. Stay off of it. It's going to do the kart harm and it's going to bounce around horribly. Dab brakes, keep it tight here, and try and keep it as tight as possible coming out of the exit of the horseshoe, as opposed to letting it run wide.
Yeah, Jack's got a point there. Actually, again, you do see a lot of people who you do get that first bit right, but do get the second bit a little bit wrong. So they just go straight out wide here, and the problem with that, of course, is it does actually upset your exit and entry into the next corner as well.
Are you ready for qualifying?
Yeah. Right.
Okay, I'm just going to get ready for qualifying. I'm going to do the rest of the track walk with Anatoly. So right, horseshoe's very critical to get right, because it then sets you up for this right hander, which is flat, going into the last corner. You can gain once again with a nice horseshoe exit, another couple of attempts. It's amazing how much that corner there and the first corner makes a big difference to a good lap time. Once again, running over the curb, flat out, nice and easy. Don't want to be too much on the right hand side because it does end up going into an older curb, so it looks nice and flat here, which is cool, but then it starts to get a little bit rough there, which the final corner, which once again you know you've got a good handling kart if the kart is well balanced and set up through here. You know, if you come here and the kart is oversteering like mad, you're not going to get a good lap time because it's going to wash out horribly. Coming into here, you can't really tell, but there's a little bump. I don't know if the camera can pick it up. About here as the track comes in, and that little bump, it sort of unsettles the car a little bit, but that gives you the turn-in to this final corner. It's a little lift and back on the power. Avoid the curb. There's no need to go over the curb. It's just going to upset the balance of the car again. And then, as you come out the corner, back on the plough, flat out, head down, back to the line. Don't use too much of the exit curb. And that's it. That is the lap of Clay Pigeon.
Right guys, so we are nearly to the end of the race, and look how weather changed here significantly. So we started with a nice and clear visibility. It was a nice and clear, you could see the whole track. Now after 3 hours you barely can see anything 10 meters in front of you. So and I don't know how drivers still on the track, because it's wet, it's foggy, and they're still doing quick lap times. You know, it's amazing. It's amazing how these guys doing. It's
Right, chaps. Hello. Right, many thanks to Jeffrey and to Kart Components, and we'll do our fancy prize draw. So, 2 engines worth of priceless engine oil, and the winner is...
Dip your hand in. They're all sticking together. So.
This will be HRS.
Why so serious?
Why
Oh
so
my
serious?
God! And they went home. Okay. So you can put that down. They've just gone home.
Redraw, redraw, and again.
This time it's us.
Hang on.
Come on.
That Tanny's got them. Monkey Motorsport.
And another one. And the winner is...
Come on, let's have one. You've never won anything.
Yeah, he's going to pull out the starting red.
Raiders Racing.
Raiders Racing. 2 cans of stuff. McLaren. Yeah, one more. Oh, sorry, 2 more. 2 more.
Choosing very carefully.
Starship.
Okay, I've got a set of wheels, lovely shiny kart components. Now I've got spindle fronts. I've got spindle fronts and stud fronts, so tell me what you want. And the winner of a shiny set of wheels better not be AC.
Greystone Racing.
Greystone Racing! Are you spindle or Third place in Premier. Starship Enterprise. Coffee's on you and on. Second place in Premier, Generation Gap. A magnificent win, if I may say so, a Premier Prawn GP.
Really smile, Jake.
Next time.
Come on, boys. Third place, an elite McLaren. Second place in elite AC Racing. I'm afraid there's been a recount.
Should be red flag, shouldn't it?
Yeah. Winner of elite, winner overall crossing. Well done, Pat. That makes me feel bad. We know it. Just before you go, if anybody wants to last word with me about racing your race, 24 hours, okay. We'll try and fit these in. Thanks, chaps. We'll see you next month.
So this is it. This is the end of the race, and this is the end of my filming day as well. But before I finish, Do you remember this? Yes, in one of my videos, which is called BTCC raffle. It was in Record 90 SP3 in my last week. So I've been at BTCC. I bought this one and I raffled it on my YouTube channel, and it was 2 subscribers who said I want this BMW, who left it in the comments down below. So the first person is Taylor Norton, and the second one is Graham Cobb. So because it's only 2 people said I want this BMW, so what I decided to do, Taylor Norton, you getting this one. So if you go into any of my videos, you will find my Instagram in the description down below. You will find my Instagram. Go into my Instagram and in the direct messages, just send me a message where I can send you this picture, or if you somewhere in London nearby, just any point of London, just let me know. I might to bring it to you and we can even film it. And Graham, I decided that for you, Graham, when I'm gonna visit next BTCC Championship, especially for you, I will buy another BMW picture. And this is it. I hope you like this video. If you like it, hit the like button. If you not subscribed, subscribe, hit the bell so you will receive every time notification when the new video came out. And like it, comment it. If you don't like it, dislike it. Leave your comments, leave your opinion about the video. Say me what would be interesting for you. So plenty of things which we can show you. I am more concentrated on going around and give you circuit knowledges. Later on we're gonna make a new project about the go-karts, so it's gonna be more and more interesting, and every time when I'm making new video I have a new ideas. So it's endless, guys, it's endless. We can film about everything here in UK, and then we have a Europe, and more. So here it is, guys. This is it. I finished video here right now. See ya. This is it. I am at home, and that was crazy, but at the same time amazing day. I really love it. And guys, I forgot to say in the car, I would like to say big thanks to all of the drivers who was on the circuit, who've been involved in Enduro Pro Kart Series, organizers, coordinators. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for interviews and everything. Marshals, amazing people there at Clay Pigeon. I've been many circuits, and yes, I can say that every circuit have a nice marshals, but in Clay Pigeon it's a very strange atmosphere. It's a very interesting atmosphere. It's like at home, you know. I mean I am really good about all circuits. I'm really good about all marshals because I know how hard work is it and how they doing it perfectly. But Clay Pigeon, it's you know what, it's not something the best, better than the others. No, it's just something really different and really something interesting, you know. Right, drivers, thanks a lot for all information which you shared is amazing. Higgins, who made the onboard filming, Brothers O'Neill's, who made the truck walk with me. Sorry, I don't remember the other names at the moment, but it was so many of you. Thanks for you who gave the interviews about circuits. It was just amazing day. Without you, it wouldn't be that good. Thanks a lot to everyone, and I want to say to you who is watching this video, if you're looking for something new, something interesting, If you want to do something else, maybe you're doing RHPK or maybe you're doing something different and you want to do something else, try it. Definitely try it. It's worth it. I've done last round, I've done an hour driving, and that was thanks to Team Zingray. I forgot telling them last time, so I'm saying you this time, guys. Thanks a lot for that 1 hour driving in your pro kart around Clay Pigeon. The feelings in the championship is amazing, unbelievable, and I recommend it to everyone. This event is amazing. In description down below, you can find the link for the Enduro Pro Kart series at Clay Pigeon, and I will leave the Facebook group as well, so you can go there. So now this is it, guys. Now I finish my video, and see you next week. See ya.
Mm-hmm.